Alrighty, this little video is about a castle called Bothwell Castle, and it was built I think around about the 12th, 13th century, but I'll get the correct dates for you. A lot of people don't believe when I tell them that my ancestor actually designed this castle, but you can see the size of it, the grandeur. It's very, very big. This is just the rear of the castle, but basically a variation of my family name were the architects of this building. There was no masons around, there was no secret societies around in these days, so you didn't have to be in a secret society to be an architect or a builder of a building contract, like I guess many people do today. They have to have that. So this would be built before the Reformation. I believe Scottish kings and queens have stayed in here. You've got basically Mary Queen of Scots and other kings and queens staying in this building, and basically around the other side has been almost destroyed because it's been attacked so often, sometimes by the English armies. Would come up and almost destroy this wing of the castle, and we'll go around the front and check out the two front wings, which were never built. But you can see the size of it is pretty big. It was an important castle in Scottish history, and I wouldn't really like to go inside because they say it's actually haunted. So I don't think we'll really investigate too much about the turrets and the rooms inside the castle, but basically this whole part would be the courtyard. It's a very, very big courtyard. They'd have religious ceremony in there, as well as kings and queens staying in here. And see, this part's almost intact. The little slits is where the people from the arrows would have shot down, and this could have been some kind of lavatory, but looks more like a kind of place where they threw oil down. That's what they did. If anyone was trying to climb up, they would just throw boiling oil up on them, or boiling water probably, if they never had any boiling oil or anything else. And it would have been very effective about throwing them down. So this is a part that was really almost ripped apart. You see the start of this turret and it's almost been completely ripped away. They've obviously, people who are attacking it must have been set up somewhere down here. You can see it'd be very, very hard to attack such a building, but they must have managed to get some kind of weaponry back in the day. And see, this point where I'm standing used to be a tree. It was actually uprooted by a storm and it was actually thrown into the water, which reminds me of the parable Yeshua said, if you have faith, you can uproot a tree and it will be thrown into the water, or a mountain and it shall be thrown into the sea. So they must have had a lot of faith to try to take this building. But I think the Scots managed to hold on to it for long periods. I'm not sure about all the history, but you can see the grandeur. It's very, very big. We're getting some rain now, and they seem to be working on this section. The castle, obviously parts of it will deteriorate, and time to time, so they'll be strengthening the walls here. This is obviously a great place for dog walkers to come during the summer or any other time. And well, let's just see if we can go inside and take a little look. Well, this is actually the front part of the castle, which was never really started, maybe due to finance. This is the front entrance. So this part, you can see that they plan to build turrets here. You can kind of stand on it, but obviously they didn't have the finance to finish them. So let's see what this plaque says. The plaque says Gatehouse, 13th century. Stone foundations of a grand gatehouse begun in the 13th century but never completed. Obviously due to lack of finance, that would have been. And here it is. It's probably meant to be the front of the castle, but what we have here is just open plan right through to the courtyard, which I'd imagine would have been the easiest to actually attack. So I'm not sure how that would have went. The walls at one time must have been very high on this side, but you can see that most of it's been ripped down at some point, maybe due to one of the many attacks that this castle has had. But amazingly my ancestors could be one of the architects of this castle. I've done a lot of research on it, seen the pamphlets as well, and it is a possibility. I'm talking about almost 1,000 years ago, but I know that my family name has been here at least 1,000 years. Yeah, we do have a clan, so yeah, very much part of Scottish history, I think. And we have a nice rainy Scottish day to really get the feel for the place, Scotland.